Check your notes. Any doubt from world geography? So we'll continue with the new topic today. So till now we have covered the basics in geography. Check the topics till now. All the basic topics like earth rotation, revolution, latitude, longitude, time zones, seasons. Okay, those topics we have covered. Check the seasons notes in your notebook. Seasons topic. Then we discussed geomorphology. Geomorphology we have discussed. Correct? All including landslides, mass movement, erosion, landforms we have discussed. Then world geography we have discussed. All continents, all countries. Then we have discussed India, physical part of India. India physiographic zone. Physiographic zones of India we have covered. Rivers we have covered. Drainage system, Himalayan peninsular. Some topics of Indian geography we have covered. Soils of India, for example. Soils. Okay, rocks we have covered. And we have covered oil and natural gas. Oil and natural gas. Correct. Distribution and all we have discussed. Coal we have discussed. In our geomorphology class, rocks chapter. Sedimentary rocks class we have covered all this. So these are some of the topics of Indian geography also covered. Because I am applying geomorphology to world, geomorphology to India. These are application topics. Okay. So whatever we read in the concept here, and we have applied it in in Indian geography. So what I am going to do now, I am going to start with climatology now. Next topics are climatology and oceanography. Oceanography. These two I am going to do. So climatology once we cover, we will also come to know monsoon, Indian monsoon. Correct. World climate will come to know. You will come to know about tropical cyclones related to India. So Indian climate topic also will be added next. So I am covering the concept and I am covering the applied. Then oceanography class I will cover about ocean currents. Then you will come to know ocean currents around India. Many topics related to concept and India will be covered. Clear? Now give the heading as climatology. 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 Okay. So we regularly use two words in climatology. Some terms we have to discuss. Okay. Weather and climate. These are the words that we normally use on a daily basis we use. Okay. So first let's understand the terms, then we can understand the other topics related to it. When I say weather, it is the present state of atmosphere, what you feel now. Now you notice the early morning weather, how it is, correct? By afternoon the weather will be different, by evening it will be different, night it will be different. Weather keeps changing. So weather is present state of atmosphere. Present state of atmosphere. What you feel now is weather. Okay, it applies to a very small region. Let's say Ashok Nagar, this area, or Gandhi Nagar, what you call it as, this belt. Okay, it applies to small region. And it applies for a short term. Short term condition. All of you understand? Short term atmospheric condition is weather. Short term, you can sit here. Okay. Short term atmospheric condition. So please remember this. What is weather? You know, short term condition, what you feel now. And weather keeps changing, correct? That all of you should know. So the study of weather is called as meteorology. Meteorology. Study of weather is meteorology. Mind the spelling. Okay. So study of climate is climatology. So climate is a word that applies for a large region, for long term. It's a long term condition. Okay, long term atmospheric condition. Long term, how long? 32 years we take, or 64 years we take as per WMO, World Meteorological Organization says 32-year average is climate. Okay. So long-term average conditions prevailing over a long time or a large region. It applies to large region. Climate is a word that applies to large regions. Let's say North India and South India, like that. Let's say Hyderabad compared with Visakhapatnam. Like that we can compare. Large region. So large regions may we use the word climate. Okay. So it is what? It is the average weather conditions. Average weather conditions prevailing over a region. Average of weather. It's a long-term average of weather is climate. That means if you take temperature of Hyderabad for the last 30 years, temperature of Hyderabad city, highest temperature of Hyderabad city, last 30 years, imagine, and average, take an average. That will be the average temperature of Hyderabad. That is climate. If you tell today's temperature, that is weather. You got it? All the difference clear? And I'll tell you now only. Climatology is very scientific topic. This topic, what we are going to discuss now, some of the concepts of climatology and oceanography are considered to be the toughest in the entire UPSC preparation. You'll come to know why. Other topics like economics, science and technology will not bother you much. But this topic, climatology, has a lot of concepts and interlinked with each other. As a result, very scientific this topic. So you can't miss the class. That means like entire week, if I am covering climatology, if you miss today, tomorrow you will not understand anything. You got it? In case if you are planning to miss one of the topics here and there, so the next topic will not be able to understand at all. It is so interconnected. Okay, so as a result, throughout the climatology oceanography, you have to make sure you attend. Okay. So this is the simple thing I have given you, difference. Because usually many students, when they speak, they say today's climate is good. Wrong. Today's weather is good. Understand first. Today's weather is good or today's weather is bad. When you're talking about today. So when I talk about Hyderabad climate compared with Bangalore climate, then I can use the word climate. Mumbai compared with Bangalore, like that. Correct. Any city, long-term conditions, large areas you are comparing, you can use the word climate. But specific to some place, day-to-day conditions, you use the word weather. These two topics might look like any simple topic in geography or any topic in UPSC. But these two topics play a very important role in our day-to-day life. The type of clothes I wear today is decided by the weather. The type of food I'm going to eat today, what I want to drink now, is decided by weather. Sometimes you say I want to have a cold beverage or a tender coconut or a coffee or a tea. I know it's like biological needs, mood swings and all, but mostly influenced by weather. Your mother cooks different cuisine throughout the year, different seasons, different festivals. Why? Weather. Influenced by the weather. So we have certain cuisines, festivals celebrated across the year, decided by the weather. You got it? So everything we do, let's say you take sports, the player's performance that day is decided by the humidity in that region. Correct? Heat and humidity. If it is too humid, the player can't perform well. He will not be in form that day. That is then our player, once he will be playing match here, next stadium he goes, he will not be able to perform. Because as they go from place to place, what happens? Weather changes. Got it? So they fall sick. Or they might not be able to acclimatize to that condition. So they will not be able to perform. We have Olympics, summer Olympics, winter Olympics. What is summer, winter? Weather. Got it? Why we have sports dedicated for summer season? Certain sports dedicated for winter. Why? Depends upon the weather of the place. So you take anything, transportation, you take flights nowadays getting cancelled, like flight crash taking place, train accidents taking place due to bad weather. Cloud burst in many Himalayan regions causing landslides. Everything you notice around us. Correct? It might be looking like a simple topic anywhere, but everything is decided by this. So since it's raining, weather has changed for the last few days. You might have seen many of you are carrying umbrella. Earlier you never used to carry. So the kind of dress you wear, you are bringing a raincoat also. Like that, everything changes. The mode of transportation changes. So whenever I'm planning a trip, let's say I'm planning to go to some place. First I will see on those dates, let's say I'm going to Simla, what is the weather like? What should I pack? What should be my attire? Type of clothes I should carry? That I'll Google first. Or especially this weather there, I'll check. Based on that weather, I'll pack my umbrella and raincoat. You got it? So like that, so people decide everything based on weather and climate. Or transportation sector, or sports, take agriculture. Agriculture is completely dependent upon weather. Because we have rain-fed agriculture in India. Farmers depend daily, every day on rain. So if the IMD says today's or this week's rainfall is good, then they will prepare the land, remove the weed, sow the seeds, wait for the rain. You got it? Because agriculture is highly weather sensitive. So the farmers rely on weather data every day. You take any field, it's influenced by weather and climate. You take COVID itself. During high humid season, whenever the humidity was very high, it used to spread very quickly because COVID-like pathogen, viruses spread easily from one person to another person when the humidity is very high. That is the reason they were asking us to wear mask. When you wear mask, that moisture is cut off, the spread of moisture. That is the reason sometimes you are having a viral fever in your room. So slowly after a while, your roommates also start getting that viral fever by the end of that week. Why? Because this virus spreads easily in humidity. You got it? So the type of pathogens, bacteria, virus that spread among us also depends upon the humidity in the air. That is in tropical humid conditions are known for various diseases. Whereas you go to polar region, no diseases there. Very less. Like cases of malaria, not there. Typhoid, not there. Cholera, not there. Dengue, not there. Chikungunya, not there. Where? Norway. There are no cases. I'm not joking. You just Google it. Why? Weather conditions. Weather conditions are favorable. They're cold, cold, dry. So here we are in tropics, humid. So we have everything. You name the disease, we have it. Correct. You Google that. The tropical conditions are favorable for breeding these kind of pathogens easily in our backyard. So as a result, so that is again healthcare also. Education also. Let's say a student who is average or good performing student in the exam is not performing well because most of the exams were conducted in the month of March, April. Remember March, April, we all used to take our school exams in the month of March, April. It used to be hot, dry. So almost every day we used to do well, but on the months of March, April, the stress also, the panic plus the weather. So as a result, most of us couldn't perform well. I'm not blaming on the weather. That is a different story, correct? So we are not studying. That is a different part. But I'm telling you, the weather also influences how and where our performance is. Okay. So on the board, it looks like a normal topic, but it will influence every aspect of our life. Let's say I'm wearing a white and white and going out. So I'll feel very comfortable because albedo, reflectivity will be good. The sunlight falling on my shirt, white pant, it will reflect the heat. It will not absorb. I'll feel comfortable. Why do you think our farmers try to wear white shirt, white topi and white dhoti? Because they are always outside. Correct? They are always outside. If I am wearing black and going outside and also a coat, what will happen? I'll start baking inside, correct? Because all the heat absorbs. Black shirts, black clothes absorb heat. Correct? It will be like a bakery inside. Correct? So it will be like one. So because like all the heat is absorbed there. So the type of clothes we wear also changes. Why do you think in Gulf countries they paint white buildings, white color to the buildings? Because it reflects heat. Why do they wear white robe? White robe. This is the reason. Why people walking to Sabarimalai, they wear black and black. Because it's a hilly trek, cold trek. On nights they have to walk. Early mornings they have to walk. Take a cold shower. They have to take a cold water bath every day. So they have to conserve the heat, body heat. Wear black and black. Everything is decided by weather and climate. You might call it as culture. Yes. Our culture also is influenced by weather. You see, you take rainy season, rainy areas, the houses are built like this. Why? Because the slope, shed, it will move the water down slope easily. It will not accumulate over the building and cause the structural collapse. This will help the structure to maintain stability by pushing down all the water, heavy rain. Dry areas like Hyderabad, we build the houses like this, flat, so that we can conserve water. whatever water falls can be conserved. Rainwater harvesting, like that. So everything, structures also decided by the type of weather we live in. Got it? So next time you pay attention, any plane crash occurs, any ship accident occurs, cyclone ki wajah se, you pay attention. It is all influenced by weather. Lightning, thunder. Many people die every year in India because of lightning. People die of heat wave, cold wave. Correct? All these incidents we have heard of, all these are related to weather and climate. So weather and climate plays a very important role in all aspects of our day-to-day life. Okay. So many times you would have heard of, because of smog, fog, accidents ho gaya, air pollution has increased because of the weather. Yes. Why Delhi suffers from pollution in winter? November, December, January, February, you can't go to Delhi. Why did I shift from Delhi to here? This is the reason. Bad weather, consistently bad weather. You can't live in such areas for long. Correct? So as a result, many of us has to decide. Geographical location has to change based on the weather conditions also, which is not favorable there for us. Correct? So you are living in the same place consistently over the year. So obviously you start getting many diseases, especially lung congestion and all. So you have to decide for yourself one day. So like that. So why in winter we have pollution? Summer we no pollution. Delhi is fine now. You go now. But November, December you go there, it's like smoking 20 cigarettes a day. The breathing Delhi air is like smoking a pack or two. It's so polluted. Okay. So I'm just telling you how the weather of a place influences pollution also. Okay, because winter may air becomes cold. Entire temperature of the air becomes cold. Cold air comes down. Will remain there only. Vehicle exhaust remains there only. You got it? You are burning some wood, that also remains there only. You got it? Vehicle emission stays there. Industrial smoke stays there only. It will not go up. In summer, air becomes warm. Warm air goes up. Smoke also goes up. All the smoke goes up. Have you seen chimneys? Smoke is going up. Why? If you put fire, why the smoke goes up? Because warm air takes it up. The pollution level decreases on the ground level. But in winter, pollution levels are very high. Okay, so all that is decided by weather and climate. So please remember, study of weather, study of climate. And also these topics are linked, weather and climate related, are linked with various other topics also. Let's say oceans around us, land, changes around the land. Correct? All that is influence. So as a result, predicting weather is very difficult. Means what happens next week, next year is very difficult. Okay. So please write, predicting weather is called as weather forecasting. Weather forecasting. Weather forecasting. Weather forecasting is prediction of future weather. Prediction of future weather is called as weather forecasting. For this, we have an agency called IMD, Indian Meteorological Department, Delhi. IMD, all of you heard of Indian Meteorological Department. See the spelling. M. Spelling is here. Here, spelling. Meteorological. GICAL. Indian Meteorological Department. See the main organization, Indian Meteorological Department. Okay, Delhi. Earlier it was shifted when the construction was taking place. IMD office was under construction. They are shifted, then they came back. Delhi now. It is one of the oldest organizations in India. Okay, IMD, Indian Meteorological Department, Delhi. Okay, so please remember this main agency for forecasting weather in India. Under them we have an agency called IITM, Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology. This is in Pune. Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology. IITM, Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology. Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology. This is for R&D, research and development, human resource development. Okay, you can do masters here. If you have a geography degree, you can do masters in IITM, Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology. Okay, Pune. For research and development, for human resource development, IITM is the organization. Okay, next agency is National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting, Noida. Okay, I'll write National Center for medium range weather forecasting. National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting. So these are all comes under Ministry of Earth Science. Ministry of Earth Science, Government of India, under the supervision of MOES, Ministry of Earth Science, National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting, based in Noida. All these agencies are responsible for forecasting weather in India. Okay, so weather related data, correct. How do you collect weather data? For example, for weather forecasting, we need accurate weather data. Weather data we need. For example, what happens tomorrow, day after tomorrow, how will I say? Correct, I need data. For that data, collecting data, they have set up weather stations. Weather stations across the world, across the country we have. Many weather stations across the country. Okay, these weather stations connect temperature, pressure, humidity, rainfall, clouds, all that data they will collect and send it to IMD for weather forecasting. So weather stations play a very important role in collection of data. Because for prediction, we need data. For data collection, we have weather stations around the country. Okay, across Hyderabad also we have. All cities, all places we have weather stations now. In every small town we have now. There is one. Second source of data is satellites. Meteorological satellites. Now, weather satellites we call it as MetSat. Meteorological satellites. Meteorological satellite. Large number of satellites have been placed by ISRO. Okay, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, has launched many satellites. These satellites help us in real-time weather forecasting. What is real-time? Time to time. Now, as of now, what happens? We'll get to know because of the ISRO satellites. ISRO satellites help us in getting real-time data. For example, now presently we are using INSAT series satellite 3DR. INSAT satellite 3DR. Before this we have Kalpana 1. Before this we had Kalpana 1. Kalpana 1 was one of the satellites. Who is Kalpana? Not the actress Kalpana. Kalpana Chawla. Remember that. Kalpana Chawla. Named after her. Okay. So Indo-American astronaut. So Kalpana Chawla's name. So Kalpana 1 was what? Weather satellite earlier. Now it is 3DR, INSAT 3DR. Like that we have launched Ocean Sat, we have Resource Sat, we have. Like that so many satellites we have placed. Another satellite I'll write here. I don't have space here, I'll write here. Ocean Sat. Ocean Sat. Like this we have. We have Megatropics. Megatropics. See the spelling. Mega means cloud. Tropical means tropical region. It's a French word. Indo-French word. Indo-French satellite hai ye. India and France together they have launched to study weathers in Indian Ocean region. To study water cycle in Indian Ocean region. To study water cycle in Indian Ocean region. Megatropics. Joint satellite by India and France. They'll ask the satellite itself. Question will come. Megatropics is a joint satellite by which of the following countries? India, Germany, India, US, India, France, like that they'll ask. Okay, so be careful. So questions can come from anywhere, any topic. So we have satellites in place. Do you have today's newspaper? Hindu newspaper? Anyone with today's paper or yesterday's paper? Newspaper. It's okay. Get the newspaper. Okay, later. I'll show you. So this satellite takes the image of India every day. So that comes in paper, in the newspaper. So using that satellite image, we can easily predict Allah. Satellites are where, like this. Let's say imagine this bulb is a satellite. India is here. So satellite is taking the real-time footage of the country. Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal also. Surrounding countries also. Or border, everything will come here in that. So by using that image, I can tell what is happening in the border. When it's going to rain in Arunachal Pradesh, I can tell. So that information is important for our Air Force base in Arunachal. Correct? Or in Ladakh, or in Rajasthan. So the weather data is used by our defense forces also, Army, Navy, Air Force. Got it? Because our forces stationed in the border, patrolling party, they need to know the weather conditions in the next few hours. So ISRO helps them. ISRO helps the defense forces also, like this. Okay. So we have satellites in place today. We have large number of weather stations today, which will help us to collect accurate data. Accurate data. Using this data, we can predict. Okay. Otherwise, prediction will go wrong. Sometimes remember earlier, IMD used to say it is not going to rain in next 1 week. They used to say, but it used to rain heavily. Correct. A lot of people used to die. Flood hoga. Sometimes they will say it will rain next week. It will rain, but there will be no rain. Correct. Who will be suffering? Farmers, because the farmers will be based on that. They will plan. Today, many farmers have filed a case against IMD. Especially in Vidarbha region, Maharashtra ka Vidarbha mein, the IMD ka prediction went wrong. So the people of Vidarbha have filed a case against IMD. There is a case, Mumbai High Court mein chal raha hai abhi. Can you imagine that? The farmers have filed a case against them, saying crop loss ho gaya because of you. Pay the compensation, like that. So that is the situation now. So if you go wrong, a lot of people will be affected across the country. So that is then IMD takes it very seriously now. Correct. You have to be very, very accurate. Otherwise, like they are gone. Even our budget is planned, our exports are planned based on IMD's weather data this year. Monsoon is going to be good or bad. Based on that, they are going to plan everything. Okay. So please remember this. So weather related data is very important for weather forecasting. Apart from this, we have from private agencies also. Okay. Let's say we have AccuWeather.com. You might have seen this AccuWeather. This is normally in Google when you type weather in some place, this agency's weather data will come. AccuWeather is one agency. Okay. Other one is SkyMet. SkyMet is another agency which gives us weather related data. In your newspaper, Hindu newspaper, today's temperature maximum minimum is given by this SkyMet. Like this. Many agencies give the weather related data, private agencies. They give the information to the newspaper. Newspaper will pay them monthly fee. So that's how they run the show. So we have private also today. Private agencies. We have government based agencies also. For predicting weather, forecasting weather. Okay, weather station, METSAT is meteorological satellite. Meteorological satellite. Okay. So weather forecasting is very crucial for all aspects of our day-to-day life. So in disaster management also we use weather related data. For example, if it is going to rain heavily, I need to know. So I'll get an alert message saying orange alert, red alert. What does it mean? Then I have to be careful. So chances of flood will be very high. Flash flood will be very high. Cloud burst is very high in that area. So I'll safeguard myself. I'll tell, okay. So I'll tell my families also, family members also, don't go here, don't go here. If you're in the low lying areas, you be ready to move out of the house immediately. So all that we can plan. If you have no alert, what will happen? You'll be shocked. If the water comes in, you'll be shocked. You don't know what to do then. So as a result, we need to know about this. Okay. That is done during heavy rainy season and all. So if I know there is a red alert, anta, I will not take the underpasses, railway underpass or road underpasses and all. I will avoid. Otherwise, what happens? I'll tell you one incident in Bangalore. One techie from Hyderabad only. She and her family were in Bangalore and they were going around. It was a rainy day. So there was an underpass. So they went into the underpass in the car. There was already water. The water got into the car. So she was able to rescue her family members. She died, but one person's life we lost that day from Andhra Pradesh itself. Like that. You never know when the things might go wrong. Correct? So as a result, we have to have that awareness, situational awareness we call it as. Because you never know where, in what situation you will be. Because you are traveling, moving from one part to another, suddenly you might be under that situation. Delhi also incident happened. The school bus also went into the underpass. There was already water. It got flooded into the bus. Luckily, people were around. They pulled out the kids. So like that, situation can turn grim anytime. Okay. So please remember this, okay, whether in climate related topics. So in this first, I am going to start with what is atmosphere. We'll start with this. Okay. Remember, we were discussing this topic. Our planet was formed around 4.54 billion years ago. Our planet Earth was formed around 4.54 billion years ago. When it was formed, it was in a hot molten state. Hot molten state. The entire planet's temperature was very high. Initially, when our planet was formed, around 4.54 billion years ago, it was in a hot molten state. Temperature was very high. All the minerals were in molten form. What happened slowly? All the denser minerals collected at the center, like iron, nickel and all here, collected in the center forming core. Core was formed. All the lighter elements like gases, alumina, silica, manganese and all, they came up, collected on the surface, forming crust. So crust is the outermost layer containing low density minerals and gases. Low density minerals, gases like hydrogen, helium, argon, krypton, xenon, where are they? Here, in the crust, outer layer. So the gases and the low density minerals are on the crust here. The crust. The intermediate layer here, which is neither near the crust nor the center, is mantle, is called as mantle. It is the intermediate layer. All of you know this, geomorphology class. Okay, we have discussed how the three layers were formed. Crust is the outermost low density layer, thin layer. Mantle is the intermediate layer. Core is the innermost dense layer. All of you know. So after the formation of this earth, so slowly the minerals got segregated, and we call this as density segregation. Remember the first class, density segregation, separation. This led to the formation of three layers. Correct? During this process, earth started to cool. Initially it was hot. Because of its heat, it became like this, segregation. Slowly earth started to cool. Which part will cool first? Outer part will cool first. When the outer part cools, what happens? A lot of heat is released. Degassing. Degassing takes place. Degassing is a process, cooling process. Degassing is a cooling process through which our planet starts cooling. Planet's outer layer starts cooling. During this, lot of gases are released. What gases? The gases which are here in the crust are released. Hydrogen, helium, all those were released. Then volcanoes also. Many volcanoes took place. The volcanoes released lot of dust, ash, all that into the surrounding area. Lot of heat ke wajah se moisture also came out. Okay, all that moisture, gases, dust came out and encircled around the earth because of the earth's gravity. What if the earth's gravity was very low? What if earth didn't have gravity? Think about it. All the gases would have escaped. All the gases would have escaped into surrounding space. Because of gravity, because of our gravity, all this gases, dust encircled the earth. Encircled the earth, forming our primary atmosphere. Forming our primary atmosphere. Primary atmosphere had a lot of volatile gases. All this was formed around the Earth's surface because of the Earth's gravity. Gravity. The initial atmosphere we had, initial atmosphere that was formed, was blown out by the solar wind. Because we are close to the sun. We are an inner planet. We are an inner planet. The first atmosphere that was formed from the gases that came out, dust that came out, was blown out by the solar wind. Because of Earth is very close to sun. Earth is a inner planet. As a result, we lost our first atmosphere. We lost our first atmosphere. Then slowly the process continued. The volcanoes, degassing, more and more gases were released. Volcanic process mein dust was released, ash was released, water vapor was released. All that again encircled, forming our secondary atmosphere. What we have is now the secondary atmosphere. So the primary atmosphere was lost due to the initial Earth didn't have sufficient gravity. Initial Earth didn't have sufficient gravity because it was still cooling. Now the outer layer is completely cooled. Correct. And as a result, we have very high gravity now, which can hold the atmosphere. Which can hold the atmosphere. So what is atmosphere now? A thin blanket of air. A thin blanket of air. Because initial atmosphere was lost because we had a weak gravity initially. So slowly the gravity also increased. Now the gravity what we have is a strong one which can hold us. If I jump, where will I go? I'll come back, fall. Correct. Gravity is holding me. So gravity is holding the atmosphere also. It is holding the gases. It is holding the clouds. It is holding the water on the earth. Okay. So what is atmosphere? A thin blanket of air around the earth's surface. Please write around the earth's surface, formed due to degassing, volcanic activity and gravity. Okay, so please remember what is atmosphere, all of you know. The word atmos comes from Greek word atmos anta. The word atmos comes from the Greek word atmos, meaning vapor. Meaning vapor. So atmosphere is basically comes from the Greek word here, atmos, meaning vapor. So if they ask you what is atmosphere, what will you say? It's a blanket of air, envelope of air around the earth's surface, formed due to degassing, volcanic activity and gravity. Okay, what does the word means? You know, atmos. Sphere is the three-dimensional layer around the earth. When I say sphere, okay. So primary atmosphere was lost initially due to the solar wind, and the secondary atmosphere is what we have. Okay, and it is slowly evolving. Can I go to the next page? Okay. So what we have here is the atmosphere. Earth. Around Earth we have a blanket of air. A thin blanket of air called atmosphere. See, our atmosphere plays a very important role. It is our lifeline. Imagine no atmosphere means no gases. No gases means no life. Imagine atmosphere gives us life sustaining gases. Life sustaining gases hai. That keeps us alive. That keeps us alive. Like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, ozone are very important gases hai. I am writing only few. You write only this much. Okay. Our atmosphere contains life sustaining gases, which is crucial for life on earth. Without these gases, no life. So the reason I usually say atmosphere is the lifeline. Atmosphere is the lifeline on earth. Because notice that all of us are where? Living on earth. Under the blanket of air. Every second of our life, we inhale, we exhale. Correct? So if somebody asks you what is life, what will you say? What is life? Correct? It's a very simple question I am asking. What is life? IAS. Then? Happiness, success, money. What is life? If you ask me, I will say life is every breath. As simple as that. Every life. If you don't believe, hold your breath for 5 minutes. 5 minutes you hold your breath, then I will say I'll walk out of the class. You got it? So, without knowing, we are breathing now. Correct. Without your consciousness, you are like all inhaling, exhaling. Correct. Now if you concentrate, you can otherwise also when we are all discussing these topics, we are never concentrating on our breath. Life is every breath, as simple as that. So the moment we cease to breathe, we cease to exist. You got it? So that is the reason I'm saying life is very simple, and it's like what requires some basic sustenance. Okay, and life is every breath. So that is the reason I'm saying atmosphere is so crucial for us. Okay, so now you know one part. Our atmosphere also filters water through water cycle. If you notice, the water on the earth goes up as evaporation, condenses in the clouds, condenses in the sky as clouds, come back as rain. Again the same process goes up, the water goes up, evaporation, condensation, comes back as rain, precipitation. So water cycle. Our atmosphere filters water through water cycle. Every time the water goes through this cycle, it gets filtered. Let's say I'm using water, washing my hands with soap, detergent and all. I'll put that water down. Where will the water go? Water will evaporate, leaving behind the chemicals here only. Correct? The chemicals are left here only. The water only evaporates. As a result, so you can see every time it goes through the cycle, the water gets filtered in the process. Okay, so water cycle. Our atmosphere gives us life-sustaining gases and it keeps us warm. Please write. Our atmosphere keeps us warm through greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, methane, okay, nitrous oxide, ozone. So there are some greenhouse gases like chlorofluorocarbon, hydrofluorocarbon. Okay, some of the greenhouse gases we have released. Some of the greenhouse gases already exist naturally. The greenhouse gases, some of them are natural, some of them are released by us. So our atmosphere naturally contains greenhouse gases, which keeps us warm. Because whenever the sunlight comes in, it blocks, correct? Notice the sunlight. All of you notice this. Sunlight reaching the earth here. So earth absorbs that heat, temperature increases. When the heat escapes from the earth, then these gases will block. The heat escaping out is blocked. The terrestrial radiation is blocked by them. As a result, they keep the air warm, surface warm. What if we didn't add these gases? Imagine no greenhouse gases. Whatever we have received, 100, everything would have gone out, 100. Making our planet very cold. Earth would have been a cold planet. Whatever we receive, if it has gone out, our planet would have been very, very cold. So greenhouse gases are actually very important. Correct? All of you will be in shock because I'm saying carbon dioxide is very important. Because everywhere you would have read carbon dioxide is very dangerous. Global warming, इसी की वजह से हो रहा है. It's not carbon dioxide which is dangerous. Humans are dangerous. Remember that. Because who is releasing carbon dioxide? Who is cutting the trees? You are not taking the point here. You are blaming it on carbon dioxide and you are doing whatever you want. The main culprit is here. Not the carbon dioxide actually. See, carbon dioxide is very important. उसी की वजह से we are getting oxygen. You are forgetting the main point here. Plants, what they do, they take carbon dioxide, they take water from the surface and convert into glucose. And excess oxygen is released. Who is doing this? Plants are doing this. So carbon dioxide is actually important. You balance the reaction, correct? See, carbon dioxide goes in and oxygen comes out. Photosynthesis without carbon dioxide, nothing grows on the planet. The food we eat is because of this. So plants every day produce their own food through this process. That means we are indirectly consuming what? Carbon. Correct. Our diet is carbohydrate based diet. You got it? So as a result, this is very important for us. Okay. So carbon dioxide, without carbon dioxide, there will be no oxygen. As simple as that. So carbon dioxide is actually very crucial. We are increasing its concentration in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide was already in a limit में था. हम लोग ज़्यादा कर दिया by cutting trees, burning trees, industries, automobiles and all, burning fossil fuels and all. So greenhouse gases keep us warm. Right. Our atmosphere protects us from asteroids. Protects us from asteroids and meteors. All of you know asteroids, meteors, comets. What happens when they come in to our atmosphere? They'll burn. Why? Oxygen is there in our atmosphere. As a result, as soon as they enter at high speed, friction increases, heat increases. Oxygen की वजह से they'll catch fire. Most of the meteor, asteroids, they burn on entry, and most of them burn up inside our atmosphere without reaching the ground. So our atmosphere is actually protecting us, guarding us from the asteroids. Okay, so please remember this. Our atmosphere also protects us from harmful rays like UV rays. Ultraviolet rays are very dangerous. Protects us from UV and X-ray. The sun radiation is not good for us. Not all radiation is good for us. The certain harmful radiation like X-ray, UV is blocked by our ozone. Especially UV is blocked by our ozone in our atmosphere. As a result, atmosphere protects us from harmful radiation. Okay. See, these are benefits. What are the benefits of atmosphere? I'm writing life sustaining gases we have. It filters water through water cycle. It keeps us warm. It protects us from asteroids, meteors whenever they enter our atmosphere. Correct. And protects us from UV rays. And also our atmosphere provides important gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen for our plants. Correct. Important gases provides important gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen for our plants. Plants need them in large quantity. Carbon dioxide they need, nitrogen they need. As a result, our atmosphere provides important gases, okay, for our plants like carbon dioxide and nitrogen. We'll discuss this in nitrogen cycle. Okay. So importance of atmosphere I have covered. Okay, protects us from UV rays and X-rays. X-ray. So what are the importance of atmosphere? You know. Okay. So next, composition. Composition. Our atmosphere consists of gases, dust particles, moisture or vapor. Gases, dust particle and moisture. So notice this, most important gas is nitrogen, 78%. 78% is nitrogen. Then 21% is oxygen. So you add these two, 78 plus 21, 99. So 99% of our gases in our atmosphere is made up of nitrogen and oxygen. Then comes argon, then carbon dioxide. So these two will become 99. In less than 1% we have argon, carbon dioxide, other gases. Okay. I will only write. I thought there is a list, but I will mention here. See, nitrogen, oxygen. For these two you write percentage, 78% and this has 21%. Because these two are maximum, 99 हो जाएगा यहाँ पे देखो. Okay, then argon, then carbon dioxide, then neon, helium, krypton, xenon, hydrogen, neon, helium, krypton, xenon, hydrogen. Please continue the list like this. I'll write here. Ozone, then other gases such as carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide. Okay, we have chlorofluorocarbon, hydrofluorocarbon, perfluorocarbon, sulfur hexafluoride, Okay, all this. CO is carbon monoxide, SO2 sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, chlorofluorocarbon, hydrofluorocarbon, per PER, perfluorocarbon, S sulfur, hexafluoride, 6 hexafluoride. Okay, these are the gases in our atmosphere. Among them, most important gases, most important, carbon dioxide. Because of carbon dioxide only we got oxygen. Okay. Earlier, oxygen concentrations were very low. That is the reason I am saying. Our oxygen was not this much earlier. Oxygen was very low. Carbon dioxide was very high. Because of phytoplanktons in the ocean, coral polyps in the oceans, like zooxanthellae, algae. Correct? Phytoplanktons, land plants, trees. Trees की वजह से carbon dioxide has come down. Oxygen has increased. You got it? So earlier our oxygen concentration was very low. Carbon dioxide was high. Slowly because of plants, carbon dioxide has decreased, oxygen has increased. So that is the reason. Indirectly, carbon dioxide is the most important gas. Okay. So remember this gases. Next is dust particle. I'll write here. Next page I'll write. Dust particles. Have you noticed sometimes when you enter a dark room, let's say no lights here, no light, you are entering a dark room, suddenly there is one window, the sunlight is entering. Have you noticed the sunlight enters and falls on the dust there? But entire room is dark. Room is dark. The sunlight entering through that will fall on those dust particles. Are eliminated. Those dust particles are eliminated. You go there and try to catch it, but you will not get anything. Have you noticed that? That is called as Tyndall effect. It is called as Tyndall effect. All of you would have seen this. The light entering the room. Correct? Dust particles are basically illuminated. So then you will be able to see those dust particles there. Or a cinema projector. Correct? Cinema projector में film theater or a light from your headlight, car light at night. When the light is on, the light falls on the dust particles like this, or the sunlight enters the dust particle. Sunlight enters the room and falls on the dust particles. They are illuminated. Here we have a lot of dust particles. We can't see because they're very minute, very small one. Plus they are floating freely suspended in the air. And also we have too many lights now. Too much light. Because of that we are unable to see. If you turn off all the lights and turn on only one light, you'll be able to see those dust particles there. Okay. So what are dust particles? Basically they are suspended, freely floating particles. Right. Suspended floating particles in the air. Tiny suspended or floating particles in the air. Tiny suspended particles in the air are called as dust particles. Since they are suspended in the air, they are also called as sometimes aerosol. What's all? Aerosol. Air means, air, atmosphere, air. Soil is the dust comes from the soil, because most of the dust are from the soil. As a result, aerosol. Aerosol is the word we use for the tiny particles which are suspended in the air. Clear? So this is very important. The aerosols are further classified into two types: solid, liquid. Liquid aerosol, solid aerosols. Liquid aerosols come from our mouth when we sneeze or when we cough or when we talk. Correct. Sometimes when you are talking, particles keep coming out. That is liquid aerosols. Okay. So this liquid aerosols will carry the pathogens. If I am having a bacteria or like a virus, let's say viral fever, it will spread to everyone slowly. That is the reason whenever we are not well, we have to wear the mask to protect others. Okay. You got it. So that is liquid aerosols spreading quickly. So remember this. Or the liquid aerosols come from sometimes engines, heat engines, steam engines, vehicles, automobile exhaust and all. Okay. This is the one. Solid aerosols are solid particles. All of you understand liquid particles, solid particles. Solid particles which are very minute are called as particulate matter. Particulate matter, PM. Very, very minute particles are called as PM, particulate matter. Remember earlier we used to have this chalkboard. In our school we have all seen the chalkboard itself, right? Earlier we used to teach that. Only post COVID we have these boards. Earlier we had that whiteboard or the chalkboard. Remember every time you remove the dust, clear the board, a lot of chalk dust used to be there. Especially the teachers used to face a lot of problems. The front row students used to face a lot of problems because of the chalk dust. Okay. So those are all what? Solid particle. Another example. Let's say your house is close to the road. Every time any speeding vehicles on the road, bus or a car, the dust comes up into your room. That is also particles, solid particles. Correct? Too many dust entering the house from the road lot of times. Or you're in a garden full of flowers, pollens from the flowers. That is also solid particles. Ash. Sometimes somebody is burning something, fire, that smoke, ash, that also is solid particles. You got it? So the particulate matter, some are very, very small. Let's say PM 10, PM 2.5, PM less than 1. These are very, very minute. Very, very small. All those particle matters which are less than 10 micron. When I say 10 means 10 into 10 to the power minus 6. 2.5 micron means 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 6. 100 less than 1 into 10 to the power minus 6. Whenever any particulate matter is very, very minute, like cigarette smoke. Cigarette smoke is this, less than 1. You got it? So these are very so minute, it will easily goes in. You can't control it. That is the reason we call it as active smoking, passive smoking. What happened, Micah? Water nahi. In the room. So those particulate matters which are less than 10 micron are very small. Without our knowledge it goes in. Even if somebody else is smoking or somebody is burning something, without your knowledge it is going inside. That is the reason we use the word passive smoking. Those minute particles which are very so small, very, very minute, naturally goes in without your knowledge. When you breathe. Those are called as respirable, which are less than 10. If the particle, I'll write here. If the particulate matter is less than this, smaller than this, it is called as respirable, suspended particulate matter, PM. If it is more than this, more than 10, it is non-respirable. Then your nose will block it. Non-respirable, suspended particulate matter. If the particles are larger, your nose, what is the function of your nose? Okay, all of you stop. Nose main function is to filter the air. Filter the air, it's your air filter. Just like your vehicle has a air filter, engine ke paas, air filter. Bikes, cars have air filter. Just like that, we also have our air filter, that is nose. Nose main function is to filter the air. There is an inside you have air follicles. As soon as you breathe, dust goes out. What happens? Your nose gets irritated. The air irritates. You sneeze, it comes out. Your nose is blocking the dust. It is your air filter. It is filtering the air, warm the air, moisten the air, and then it sends to the lungs. You got it? If the particles are very small, what happens? It goes in directly without your knowledge. That is respirable. It goes in. If it is larger, your nose will block it. Okay, non-respirable. That is blocked. That is good. for us because our body has evolved with the surrounding environment. As a result, it has evolved to stop certain type of dust particles like chalk dust, soil dust, correct, ash and all. But certain particles which are very very small, nose can't do anything. That is the reason knowingly, unknowingly, you are inhaling a lot of dust. Okay, especially these ones will not ask your permission. They'll go in, accumulate, causing rhinitis, asthma, bronchitis, cancer and all. You got it? So these are very dangerous, which are less than 10. They are respirable because they go in directly without your knowledge. 10, 2.5, less than 1. So we say we have AC. Next to the AC somewhere they would have written PM10, PM2.5 filter bolke. Inside, if I remove this outer casket, there is a filter there, air filter there inside. It is blocking these two, but it can't block less than 1. It can't block. Okay, even the good ACs can't block this. So remember this. So particulate matters are two types. So write this. What is the source of this? You write source of this. I'll write here. First one, cigarette smoke. Cigarette smoke. Then crackers. What are crackers? Crackers, when you burn like firecrackers and all, pataki, we call it as. That is very, even if somebody dies also, people are bursting crackers nowadays. Correct. Cricket match, they are burning crackers. Deepavali, crackers. Festivals, crackers. So crackers are now like kind of become a norm now. Okay. Somebody gets IAS, oh, pataka, podo, instead of the institute. So it has become a norm now. So crackers is again source of dust particles. Then write ash, smoke soot, some industries, chimneys. Okay, it's a very very minute dust.